So hey, what's going on? It's your boy Cacktar, and we are back with Cacktar's Tales of Splendors. Today we're testing out a different format. Instead of trying to draw up every single thing that I did, instead I'm just going to have it be a really laid back video where I'm just sort of reading off my script, or sort of using the script to ad-lib, and then using that as a launching pad to talk about the whole situation that happened around the story. So yeah, that's how we're going to do it. And also, you know, it's going to be one of those videos where you can just sort of have it on in the background and listen and still get enjoyment out of that. So the background of the screen, if you're actually watching this, it's either going to be gameplay or me doing a speed drawing. So yeah, there's that. And the reason why I'm testing this out is so that I can get these videos out a whole lot faster, because dear God, it takes a lot to edit that big long ass video only for it to not even work. So I'm gonna try with this format, and if it goes well, then fuck it, the rest of them are gonna be like this. And I'm gonna try and, like, you know, actually say stuff clearly, not be stumbling and mumbling, because to be honest, the worst part about this is stitching together the audio, and after that I really don't have the motivation to edit some and make it look all cool and shit. So we're gonna just try and get this all going, and I'm gonna try not to be stumbling and mumbling like that one Fergie song. Except I'm not even falling in love, I just can't speak. So I think for today's gameplay, we're gonna have .hack.gu, which, if you're familiar with .hack.gu, you'll know that it's the fucking GOAT. It's way better than Sword Art. Straight up, way better than Sword Art Online. Walked so that Sword Art could stumble. I'm gonna be dead serious. Dude, I fucking love me some .hack, so we're gonna have that in the background. So today we're gonna be talking about the sequel to the first story I talked about. So let's get right into the memes. Session starts, and D, or as we're gonna be calling for now on, Darathmir, ends up waking up feeling some ominous feeling. He gets up, it's a fucking death night. You know what we decide to do? We decide to get the fuck out of there. Yuri and Eris, gone. Alright? No reason, no need for them to even intervene. They don't even know what's happening. So it's Jets. After the situation's over, Yuri's a real homie, picks him up, stabilizes him, gets him not dying. Now, if you remember correctly, Yuri is the weakest link so far, and he's helping out the strongest of the party in a situation where the strongest is absolutely fucked. So yeah, basically Darathmir wakes the hell up, and the first thing he does is inspect the goddamn sword that he was just impaled on. Regular fucking Dante situation here. Actually, that's an insult to Dante, because Dante would have been awake to pull himself off of that thing, and he would have beaten the enemy while doing it. So Darathmir is kind of like bootleg Dante right now. Yuri gets no thanks in the end of this, because, I mean, in all fairness, we did kind of just run like puss boys, so fair enough. We didn't fight along with them, but it is what it is. We didn't want the smoke. We knew we couldn't handle it. So yeah, no. Darathmir attempts to roast Yuri's blade, but nah, that thing's made out of pure, genuine dragon fossil, so can you really roast that? We continue on and find some NPCs, including some smiling friends as Turtle and a Dragonborn that just absolutely hates us. For no reason. He just hates us. After a while, we end up finding a hippo man named Zora. Not Sora, Zora. Like the fucking dudes from Zelda. Yeah, the Zora. And his house has been ransacked, and not gonna lie, he's had a pretty sad life. Yuri, being Yuri, decides to help out, and they're off to hunt a black dragon. Yeah. A black dragon. The group talks it out and strategizes a little bit, and Yuri's elected the group leader and the party face. Really, this is only because he's best suited for social interactions and whatnot, so, like, makes sense. After some deliberation, Eris goes off, finds the black dragon, playing with its prey, and then returns to tell us about the situation, and then we hatch our master plan. Our master plan did involve Darathmir being dressed like a sheep, and Eris pretending to be a shepherd looking for the sheep, while Yuri stealthed. So we go on, and Darathmir ends up surrounded by owlbears, scares the piss out of them, and then they continue just completely circumventing that encounter before we find our target. Darathmir and the dragon go face to face and get ready to battle and shit, and then combat bursts out. Combat goes like this: Eris climbs on the dragon, restrains him in the process, Darathmir and Yuri get their actions prepared and shit, absolutely just cutting up the dragon. And Yuri gets his first critical hit of the game, before Darathmir just straight up kills the damn thing. We then proceed to feast on the dragon like well-adjusted individuals, with Zora, because he's homie, so, yeah, no. So, we're eating the dragon, and we decide to invite Zora to go traveling with us north. Naturally, we end up in a swamp, with people frantically fishing, and Darathmir ends up summoning a boss. And by this, I mean, it's essentially like a QTE, and Darathmir just didn't press the buttons. He just flat out refused to, because the player thought there was going to be a mind flare. Or something. His player's a fucking idiot. Anyways, the boss that Darathmir summoned is another black dragon, an adult one, and the mother of the youngling we killed and ate. And almost instantly, just as soon as combat starts, Darathmir gets grabbed and thrown underwater. Yuri ends up whiffing his swing, and Eris just straight up hits the thing, stopping in its tracks. Darathmir ends up getting knocked the fuck out, and Yuri, well, he has a whole situation happen. He gazes upon his comrade being dragged under the fucking swamp water, and a rage builds within. Alright, we're talking Gohan level rage shit. And the dragon energy he uses for his magic begins to well up and gather, his eyes glowing, leaving fucking trails of red energy as he looks dead at his enemy. Yuri bounds forward, runs up, throwing the energy at the dragon, like a fucking spirit bomb or some shit, and hits it with the hex, making it more susceptible to mind-altering effects. In his other arm, he builds up energy, just straight up another orb, glowing red, craggling with energy, and that arm begins to just straight up transform, and it becomes a big-ass dragon claw. Like, scales dead-ass begin to form on this thing, and the whole structure is, like, it's a dragon claw. You get what I'm talking about. He ends up throwing this energy at the dragon underwater, the sphere flying in with no issue, bursting, exploding, sending its searing energy through the water, but, like, the dragon dodges and looks at Yuri. Only see him looking back. And Yuri stands the fuck up, alright? He's got the sword. He's got the dragon energy. Dude, straight up. And if you're wondering, the quote dragon energy is appearance-wise based off of dragon energy from Monster Hunter. So like the red electricity type shit that like Stygian Xenogre has. So anyways, Yuri over here possessing the wrath of a dragon in the body of a man stands there because it's the end of his turn. And Darathmir, having a whole 4 brain cells, rubs them together and decides to try and seduce the furious dragon, which fails, so then he tries to scare it, and then that also fails, so he ends up in critical condition. And then Yuri gets hit with a fear debuff, which, listen, it's called fear in Dungeons & Dragons, but, listen, I like to see it as him being scared sober. You know when some shit is so surprising and so scary that you just start thinking rationally again? That's what happened to Yuri. So Yuri and Weiss, the Dragonel, I didn't really bring them up because they weren't that important, but the group has Dragonels. They end up flying around, and with some quick thinking, they're able to get Darathmir up and on another Dragonel. Eris decides to take the aggro, which I completely welcomed, and then she ends up getting fucking dropped. Like, literally dropped, and ends up in critical condition because fall damage. So, Yuri and myself, because I'm his player, had to lock the fuck in. So Yuri, and an extension me, seeing that this is a TPK potential situation that we have on our hands, and already having to save Darathmir, ends up commanding Eris's Dragonel to pick her up. Then, knowing that the safe haven that they previously went to was, like, actually good, you know, the one I talked about with the deer person, decides to retreat towards that safe haven. So, they do that. And knowing the Black Dragon is likely to follow because of previous experiences with Black Dragons and pride! Saiyan pride! He went to that shelter that had the arboreal dragon from before, you know, same deer dragon thing. So he knew that because of the pace that he was going at, he knew that he could heal up, the group could heal up, and then it would be a dragon-on-dragon encounter, and the enemy is already weakened because it didn't have a chance to heal at all. So basically, that dragon was fucked because we already, like, got it down to half HP. Just to make it harder for them to get caught, Yuri used the darkness spell and ended up becoming the guide and point man because he could see through it, because Eldritch Invocations are really fun. But the Black Dragon couldn't. If all went well, they could escape with their lives and maybe end up killing this dragon and earning another level, because the DM was pretty blatant in saying, yeah, usually when you kill a dragon, you gain a level. So Yuri commands Eris's Dragonelle to grab Eris, while Yuri and Rathmir escape south. So, as predicted, the Black Dragon gives chase, and Eris is picked up in a nick of time and follows us out. And the Black Dragon is on a tail, and that's kind of where we have to end for today. Because, like, I'll be real, I only got a certain amount of time to do these videos, and I don't wanna overload. Plus, it's a good cliffhanger. So, you guys will see next time if our party will live and if Yuri's plan will succeed on the next Cacktar Tales of Splendor. I've been Cacktar, and I'll see you all in a bit. If y'all comment the word slug, I'll add, I can get like 10 comments of people just saying the word slug. I'll add sorcerers to the next Excelsis, which only some of you know what that is, but